Besides all the features and plugins and things that let you do anything with WordPress, at its core, WordPress is a blogging platform. And blogs are basically a new iteration of the periodical. And periodicals have lots of authors each issue. Blogs are often the same. That means you'll need multiple users on your site, and you'll need to know how to manage them. The technical side of things is easy. Knowing when to give permissions and when not to can sometimes be tricky. Go to your dashboard and click Users. This is a list of all the users on your WordPress site. If you have an active, popular site, this list may be very large and unwieldy. We have the same sorting options here as we've had in previous screens. At the top is the links to filter by type. Here all we see is all an administrator. But if there are other users, we might see subscribers, publishers, and authors as well, depending on if we've got any users set as those letter roles. By default, new users are created as subscribers. That means they can read your page, comments, and manage their own profile. They have no other privileges. Let's create a new user and have a closer look at the options and roles we can choose. To create a new user, you're presented with this form. Only the username, email, and password fields are required, but you can also specify first and last name and website URL as well. If you're creating the account as opposed to this user creating it for themselves through the register link or when writing their first comment, you can choose to send the user their password via email. If this option is chosen, that user would ideally change the password as soon as they log in, just in case that email was intercepted or their email account gets compromised later on. Finally, you can set the role. This will define the permissions that the author has on your site. The available options are subscriber, contributor, author, editor, and administrator. If you're working with a WordPress multi-site installation, you'll also see super administrator. This is only for sites that are in a WPMU network and allows that user to administer all the sites on the network and the network itself. As I mentioned before, all new users that register on their own are assigned the subscriber role. This role has the fewest permissions and it is intended for readers of your site. Administrator is you. It has all the permissions and can do anything in WordPress. In a perfect world, there would only be one administrator, but a person can get busy and sometimes can't handle the load on a very large site. Administrators approve comments, update WordPress, update plugins, and all the other administrative maintenance tasks that accompany WordPress. If you do need multiple administrators, make sure that you choose people that you can trust rather than someone at random. A rogue administrator could destroy your site. The next role is the editor. They can publish and manage posts made by anyone. The author is similar, but they can only publish and manage their own posts. Contributors can write and manage posts, but not publish them. This is the best option for any non-trusted person who needs to be able to write posts. This way, you can review their posts before they're posted and make sure they're appropriate. This is good for interviewees to your blog. For someone that wants to be a writer but isn't there yet, you can give them the contributor tag and make sure their writing is up to your standards and to make sure that they're not malicious. Choose your roles wisely and never give anyone permissions that they don't need. Follow the principle of least privilege and you'll keep your site working efficiently. In our next video, we're going to look at managing users that already exist.